These two European giants going head-to-head. For only the fourth time in their history, incidentally. And Juventus are yet to beat Atlético Madrid. They have to tonight to keep their Champions League flame flickering. And Atlético aiming to keep the dream alive of playing the Champions League final in their own backyard. 30,000 flags given out to those attending tonight. The light show has taken place. Now those Juventus supporters hope there is a memorable show to witness on the pitch. As if Atlético needed reminding of 2014 when they lost to Real Madrid in the Champions League final. Tonight's referee officiated that day. Bjorn Kuipers, the experienced official from the Netherlands. You can feel the tension in the air. A truly real European night. The stakes there for all to see. One of these European giants will be no longer. It all favours Atlético. The odds stacked against Juventus, but will they be inspired by even the events of the last week or two in this competition? Atlético certainly will have witnessed what happened to their city rivals against Ajax, which is why Diego Simeone was stressing here yesterday. They have to be very, very careful. And with that man around, the competition's all-time record goalscorer, Juve certainly feel that anything is possible on what they hope is a memorable Champions League night in Turin. What a sight in the Juventus stadium. Suspended. Atlético Madrid love nothing more than a lead to defend. Will this be a picture book moment for that Juventus team? Godin and Chiellini, two vastly experienced warriors of European history. The two captains tonight meeting Bjorn Kuipers, the referee. Atlético. Well, all the camera shots are of the competition's all-time scorer and 5 times winner. He's proved over the years when the big games come along, he produces. He's hoping he doesn't tonight. Can he inspire Juventus to a Champions League comeback? 12 appearances in the final of this competition between them, these two clubs have. Only one can continue the journey this season into Friday's quarter-final draw. It will be Juventus to get us underway, trailing by those 2 goals to 0 from the first leg in Madrid. Fasten your seatbelts and let the drama unfold.
This could be an incredible game. The atmosphere absolutely sensational in the build-up. Sometimes you feel very fortunate when you're part of a commentary team, and there's absolutely superstars on show everywhere tonight. Expect Juve to come out with a real strong, aggressive game plan early on.
Here's Matuidi trying to get it back straight away towards Mandzukic. Jimenez with the defending. Juve, as everyone expected, trying to start on the front foot. A little bit of skill there from Bernardeschi. In a sense, there might not be moments in the opening exchanges for those players to take a breath. Juanfran at left back.
Yeah, there's one team you want sitting on a 1 or a 2-0 lead. That's Atlético Madrid. They are the masters of defending. So they're going to have to be brave tonight. Juve, I would imagine, very early on, opening 15-20 minutes, will have all of the ball. Atlético Madrid will not panic.
Long from Godin. Morata with the header. Godin's there again, and ahead of Mandzukic. Big night for Santiago Arias, the Colombian who's come in, who, not all of the time, but a fair amount of it will be in direct competition there with Cristiano Ronaldo.
He normally tries to find Ronaldo, the weak link, and straight away he's gone out to Juve's left-hand side to try and get 1v1 with Arias.
Here he is, up against Koke, and now Arias. Cleared by Rodrigo. Juve, in each of the last 5 European ties, they've trailed by a 2-goal deficit from the first leg, have gone out of the competition. They know the size of the task ahead, but they're hoping this incredible atmosphere and home advantage can push them on. Spinazzola on his Champions League debut, the left-back. It's a terrific run from him. Matuidi! Blocked by Godin.
Well, that was half a chance, because as soon as Matuidi pulled the trigger on his left foot, Ronaldo was inside the 18-yard box. If he pulls the shot, Ronaldo was in for a tap-in.
Caught behind by Arias. They know the importance of a solid start here, Atlético.
Yeah, and you see Cristiano Ronaldo just gesturing to those fans behind the goal for the support. You see Ronaldo's in the box, Mandzukic is in there. It's not a bad effort from Blaise Matuidi.
Ronaldo pushes.
This is huge.
In the context of the tie and the night. So what do you think, goal?
I think goal. I think Ronaldo had a genuine attempt to play the ball. Yes, there's contact with Oblak. I think he gets a little bit of the ball. I don't think you can chalk that one off. I don't think that's a clear and obvious error.
The tension inside the Juventus stadium, unbearable for some. What a huge call this is early on.
You see the flight of the ball, and it lands to Ronaldo inside the 6-yard box. It was a good corner in, nice and flat, flick on at the near post.
Has he got 2 hands on the ball, Don?
I don't think he has. I really don't.
The stadium waits. The check is over.
I don't think he's give it.
He hasn't given it.
Big call.
1 minute 40 seconds later.
Big call. Well, it is a blow for Juve, obviously, but it won't deter them, because the start they've made has been very good.
Emre Can. From Bernardeschi.
Overload in Juve, that left-hand side. Spinazzola's high up the pitch, Ronaldo just a little bit deeper.
Matuidi. Arias again, and Juve keen to get on with matters. Well, they've started with real intent. He won't be sitting down too often this evening.
Well, it's been impressive how high Spinazzola and Cancelo have been in the opening 6 minutes of the game. So loads of defensive work for Atlético Madrid's midfield. It's vitally important when they do get possession that Antoine Griezmann and Alvaro Morata keep hold of the ball.
That's a foul by the on-loan Chelsea striker. Quickly taken by Pjanic. Juventus trying to set the tone very early here.
Yeah, they've done it well as well. It's exactly the start most fans inside the stadium and watching around the world would have wanted from their side.
Now are such a huge club around the world. He knows the importance of this competition. 18 points clear in Serie A. They're heading to another domestic title. And he knows the potential consequences of a Champions League exit at this stage tonight. He's asked his team to rise to the challenge, Max Allegri. That time, Morata gets the free kick.
Well, Emre Can's absolutely furious. It looked like Alvaro Morata bought that foul. It wasn't too much contact.
Atlético Madrid with Diego Godin, who got that second goal in the first leg with the free kick. And the foul on Bernardeschi. And Lamar.
Or imagine the game plan from Simeone would be to keep an eye on that clock and play for minutes, really. First 15 minutes of the game, try and keep a clean sheet, try and dampen the crowd, dampen the atmosphere, try and get to half an hour with a clean sheet, not conceding.
This is Cancelo, big night for the former Valencia fullback. That didn't reach him. Juan away. There's butterflies and nerves even for the most experienced players tonight.
Yeah, it's a case of
the magnitude of this tie.
It's a case of Cancelo can try and play high up the pitch and take Thomas Lemar back the way. The Frenchman Lemar, when he gets on the ball, super player.
Ronaldo into Matuidi. Covering defender was Jimenez.
You just sense in the atmosphere that something special is going to happen tonight. It's got the makings of a fantastic game.
Bernardeschi. Pjanic. Cancelo's cross. And Oblak's comfortable take.
Easy for Oblak, that one. Credit Juve, though. 4 black and white shirts in the box. It's just the cross from Cancelo wasn't good enough. Max Allegri will be happy with the start.
Rodrigo. Shifted by Koke. Arias. In from the Colombian.
Now we talk about Griezmann and Morata. Big night for Rodrigo and Koke in the middle of the park up against Juve's 3.
There's Chiellini, in case you're just switching on. Had a goal ruled out by VAR inside the first 4 minutes. For a deemed foul on the goalkeeper. Cut up by Bonucci, then by Can.
Very, very impressive tempo that Juve have set.
Ronaldo into Pjanic. He sprays it to Cancelo, just took his eye off the ball.
Not like him. He's had a very good season, Cancelo, till he got injured. A real bright opening start to the season, was playing with so much confidence. Just took his eye off the ball there from the crossfield pass by Miralem Pjanic.
The locals already upset of how long Juanfran was taking to take that throw. Spinazzola on his Champions League debut and only his 6th ever Juventus appearance.
Yeah, and he was part of the move that led to the Juve corner. Just drove in really well from the left-hand side, got in the box.
Chiellini switching play. Lovely first touch from Cancelo. He thought that was a Juve corner.
Looked like it to me. Good crossfield ball. That was a better touch from Cancelo. looked like it came off Juan Fran as he was about to put the ball in. No, good call from the linesman.
He has never lost to an Italian team whilst Atletico Madrid manager. Griezmann into Morata. Time for Lamar to assess the situation. Time for Atletico to finally get hold of the ball. Rodrigo's shot blocked. Here's Griezmann now, though. Lamar. Juventus body's in the way. Bernardeschi.
You can feel the apprehension inside the stadium when Atletico Madrid go forward. It's the last thing Juve need. Is the away side getting an early goal.
Remember, if Atletico Madrid were to score, Juve would need 4. And we'd be verging on remarkable Champions League stories by then. Cancelo. Atletico Madrid with 5 consecutive clean sheets. Defending again.
One player worth keeping an eye on every time Juve put balls in the box is Mario Mandzukic. Always pulls towards that far post, very rarely goes near.
Spinazzola did really well again there, just couldn't quite get round Saul.
I've seen Mandzukic many a time when crosses are coming in the box, and tonight he'll be trying to pull on Arias and Juan Fran. He probably won't go near Jimenez and Godin.
Matuidi. Spinazzola in towards Ronaldo, away by Jimenez.
Spinazzola started well, put some very good balls in the box. He's getting a lot of the ball as well.
Here he is again, the 25-year-old. Those 2 years on loan at Atalanta, then got a bad knee injury at the start of the season. Didn't make his debut until January against Bologna. Biggest night of his life.
Absolutely. It's normally Alexandro in that left-back berth, who's one of the best left-backs in world football when he's going forward. Big boots to fill.
Chan. Ronaldo now popping up on the right-hand side to his fellow countryman Cancelo. Ronaldo's on the move into the penalty area now. In from Pjanic. Excellent defending. Koke that time.
Atletico digging in, I should expect.
Nucci. Jimenez with a header. Griezmann back there helping out. There's no free kick. Griezmann's involved again. Now it's broken to Bernardeschi. Look at the amount of Atletico bodies back on the edge or inside their own penalty area.
No, he's done quite well there, Bernardeschi, just to keep hold of the ball.
He hasn't done well there.
No, too straight that pass. Was never really on. Should have went wide left to Spinazzola. Surprising call from Max Allegri tonight, going with Bernardeschi and not Dybala.
Huge kick from Oblak, tidied up by Chan. Atletico have won 4 of their last 16 ties. On aggregate, here's Spinazzola again.
Oh, he's been sensational, Spinazzola, in the first 16 minutes of the game. He must have travelled 30-40 yards with the ball at his feet. Very good defending from Arias, just comes off Spinazzola's left boot. He was unlucky though.
I'll mention that Bjorn Kuipers As a Champions League final referee, it needs a strong man in the middle tonight.
And he's made a huge call with the VAR decision, hasn't he? In my opinion, Juve were unlucky. Switcher plays on if they can work it out to Cancelo. He's got loads of room. Bottom of your screen.
Ronaldo takes the throw quickly. Chiellini. Driven towards Cancelo by Pjanic. Who then retrieves that brilliantly. And the foul on Chan by Morata.
It shouldn't actually be a case where Juve's fullbacks are their free men. Atletico Madrid playing at midfield 4. Saul and Lamar in a wider area have to do a little bit more defensively just to cover their fullbacks.
Matuidi.
That's a foul.
They looked it from Arias. The Dutch referee hasn't given it.
No, it looked like a foul on Blaise Matuidi all day long.
Atletico camped inside their own half. Bernardeschi beaten in the air by Lamar.
Juve have got to just keep shifting that ball into wider areas. That's where they're strong.
Cancelo. Bernardeschi's effort blocked by Juanfran.
Very ambitious, but Bernardeschi taking the shot on from at least 35 yards on the angle, knowing one of the world's best goalkeepers are back there for Atletico Madrid and Jan Oblak. Keep working it left.
No foul again. The referee's consistent at least. Saul trying to make his way forward. Heavy touch there from Chiellini. Suffice to say, there's not a lot of time on the ball out there at the moment.
If they can, just sharpen their passing up slightly, Juve. It feels as though they're going to get in wider areas.
Bernardeschi square to Pjanic. Ronaldo running into traffic. Look who's made the tackle.
Great
Antoine
tackle.
Griezmann.
Brilliant tackle, Griezmann.
Chan trying to win it back. He hasn't committed a foul either.
That was a foul. The referee's letting everything go.
It's making for a terrific spectacle. Bernardeschi found by Pjanic up against Juanfran. And getting the cross in away by Godin.
Great header. Great position from Diego Godin there.
Saul's clearance. Arias. In an advanced position, there was only really Morata in front of him. First 20 minutes have flown by.
Absolutely. Atletico Madrid now doing the right thing, just trying to keep hold of the ball. They've got past that first 15-20 minutes. They've had to dig in at times, but defending really well.
And that huge call from VAR. And the referee inside 4 minutes when Chiellini had the ball in the back of the net. Arias for Atletico have only lost one of their last 10 away games in Europe. Here's the Colombian once more into Koke. Thought about the effort. Chesney happy to leave that.
Griezmann's got his hands in the air on the left-hand side. I thought that was the pass Koke was going to attempt. Worth taking on. High tariff effort though.
Chiellini. Spinazzola. It's a very good start to this game. Ronaldo. Too close to Oblak.
It's just that final ball. That's all that's missing for Juve at the moment. They're getting in some very, very good areas. And they're getting enough bodies in the box.
Spinazzola. Hooked away by Jimenez. Juanfran. Godin might well be playing in Italy next season with Inter. Juve just overrunning that with Bernardeschi. Reminder, we have two titanic European battles for you tomorrow as well. As it comes to a close, the last 16, Liverpool 0-0, of course, in Germany against Bayern, BT Sport 2 and 4K UHD from 7. And it's 0-0 as well between Barcelona and Lyon in the Nou Camp, 7:30 on 3 HD. 2-0 on aggregate here, 0-0 on the night. Still very much advantage Atlético.
Yeah, 23 minutes gone now. It feels as though Atlético Madrid have just found their rhythm now. Settled into the game well.
They've weathered that early storm. Koke. Had time to steady himself. Griezmann. Oh, Szczesny had to deal with that at the last minute. The flag was up anyway.
Must have been difficult for Szczesny to try and deal with. It was the runner Morata that just went across his eye line. Pretty sure Antoine Griezmann is trying to score from there. And not a bad save in the end from the pole. Took no chances. And done the right thing, palmed it away.
Ronaldo. In from Spinazzola. Bernardeschi coming in at the back post. Cancelo. Can Juve just find their way through the massive Atlético bodies? Chiellini further forward. Good closing down from Koke.
Yeah, that was better from Koke, helping his fullback Arias. I still think though Juve are going to take one or two more chances in wider areas. They're getting in some good positions. A little bit reluctant to put the ball in the box.
Spinazzola. Rodrigo covering. He got the final touch. Juve corner.
Very good defending that from Rodrigo, central midfield player just on the cover. So I think he recognises that Spinazzola started the game really well and has got the beating of Arias.
From the previous corner came the goal that was disallowed. What will happen this time? It's in towards Chiellini. Godin and Rodrigo going for the same ball. Oh, then it came out to Spinazzola, who miskicked it. There's appeals from Juve for handball in there as well.
The referee's letting all sorts go because there was a foul on the edge of the box from Chiellini on Godin. The referee just waved play on.
And still appealing. Touch from Ronaldo, didn't reach Mandzukic, cleared by Jimenez. Morata trying to get it under control. He can only head it into the... In their hour of need, he steps forward again. The Champions League record goal scorer has got...
To that far post area, this time it's Ronaldo. He's always going to beat Godin in the air. It's a brilliant ball in from Bernardeschi. They have to keep doing that, Juve, in my opinion. Test the two fullbacks, test the centre-halves, and that is a wonderful header from Ronaldo at the far post. They deserved their lead. They've been by far the better side, the Italians. And now, on 26 minutes, we have a game on. That's where they're asking the handball. comes off Rodrigo, but it's accidental in my opinion. Referee done the right thing by waving play on.
Well, a lot's been made about Ronaldo for Juve in the Champions League. He'd only scored 1 goal in the Champions League all season before tonight. We mentioned that the biggest stage brings the best out of him, and when Juve needed it, he has provided it. They had to score first, and they have done.
Steve, this place is absolutely rocking.
Here he is again. Swept in by Chiellini. Bernardeschi can't keep it in.
They've got to keep their foot down, Juve. The tempo of the set have been very, very impressive. And now they've got their goal just inside half an hour. And that's where Juventus were asking for a handball. Referee done the right thing. I think that's a foul on the edge of the box from Chiellini. The referee lets that one go. Here's the foul, just missed it out of shot. I don't think that's a penalty, I think it's accidental. It does strike the hand, but no way is that a penalty. It doesn't matter. Juve have got their goal.
Here's Lamar. I didn't think it was possible for the decibel level to increase from what we heard prior to kick-off, but it has.
Just always had the makings this game of being a real great watch. Two absolute juggernauts going head-to-head.
That is goal number 122 in the Champions League in the career of Cristiano Ronaldo.
He just does it every single time on the big occasions. You look at the 22 players on the pitch, you get the team lineups, you think, right, who's going to score first? Straight away you look at Ronaldo.
Griezmann's free kick, safely held by Szczesny, who immediately bowls it out to Spinazzola. Griezmann at times is like a fifth midfield player.
I mentioned Simeone and his team playing for minutes. They got past 15 minutes with a clean sheet. They just couldn't get to half an hour.
Both these teams have been in 2 finals of the Champions League in the last 5 years. Both desperate to make it into the last 8. It is beautifully poised here now. Pjanic. Ronaldo couldn't quite take it with him. Calmly done by Chiellini. That wasn't reaching Mandzukic from Cancelo.
Well, the worry for Atletico Madrid is how high this man Cancelo and Spinazzola are playing for Juve.
They've both had excellent starts to the game as well, haven't they?
Yeah, used the ball well. And that's what Juve have to do, just keep shifting the ball.
Bernardeschi weaving way through. Always got the free kick this time against Rodrigo.
It's about the first time the referee's actually blew for anything, half an hour gone. I wonder who might fancy this. And I wouldn't put it past him neither.
Well, I think there's a few, but there's only one man who's going to get it.
Absolutely. It's actually strange because their top man over the years has always been Pjanic from free kicks. He went shifting Ronaldo off this one, guarantee it.
Incidentally, Ronaldo has now scored 23 goals in 33 games against Atletico Madrid.
And then they've got the option of Bernardeschi with his left foot, but I wouldn't imagine Ronaldo will pass this one up. Having scored the first goal, his confidence must be high. Top right will be the target if it is Ronaldo or Bernardeschi. This top left-hand corner as we look.
Oh, it is Bernardeschi. And he wasn't too far away either.
I think it threw everyone, because everyone inside the stadium would have thought that would be Ronaldo taking that. He wasn't far over that crossbar.
Man who's only ever scored 1 Champions League goal. It is a night for heroes to step forward in black and white.
Sampled an atmosphere like this for a long time.
Huge European night. So far, the script that Juve needed. Chan. Pjanic drives on.
A little bit unlucky. Pjanic actually took a great touch in midfield, got past his marker, and I think he thought about just dropping it to the far post, but he thought Cancelo was to the right-hand side. Got to say, the tactics from Max Allegri has been absolutely first class.
It's gone Atletico's way. Exciting, absorbing. And the great news is there's another hour of it to come.
Big night for Emre Can tonight, who started the game well. And Bentancur on the bench tonight, promising young player.
The stadium quite literally jumping. Hope and belief restored in some, reignited in others.
I don't feel as though Juve can afford really to slow the game down. They've been very impressive when their tempo's been high. They have to keep it high. They've got to keep ploughing forward.
Morata looks bemused again. They don't get the free kick. Ronaldo into Spinazzola. Bernardeschi!
Wow, that would have been some goal. I can't even believe he's had the audacity to take that on. Again, Spinazzola with a lovely little flick ball to the far post. He got himself in a great area. Ronaldo with a pass. It's a very, very good effort. One of the harder skills in football to take that on.
Chan's header. Then Godin for Atletico. Morata on the chase. He was always second favourite on that occasion. Terrible kick from Szczesny. He got away with it though. Given away by Pjanic. Here's Griezmann. Matuidi did a terrific job there.
He's had a great season, Blaise Matuidi. Does so much work. With Bianconeri up and down on the left-hand side. He plays in the three. He's always in the box, does his defensive duties.
Mandzukic right in front of Diego Simeone is penalised.
Here's a little push on the back from Mandzukic.
Former Atletico player, of course. There's been a goal in the other game as well. Sergio Aguero scored a penalty, so Manchester City have a 1-0 lead on the night. A 4-2 aggregate lead. He scored in the 4th Champions League game in a row. Manchester City's top scorer. This one much more finely poised. Cancelo, fouled by Saul.
That's a good call from the referee. Better though from Atletico Madrid, pressing Juve high up the pitch.
It's going to be a tense night for everyone, and those two coaches included, despite all their experience. Atletico, of course, have been to 3 Champions League finals in the last 9 seasons alone. Mandzukic can't keep that in. Juventus are stretching every sinew here. Penalised.
Just a little bit too keen there, the Spaniard, to try and get hold of the ball. Just comes over the top of Pjanic.
Everybody back for Atletico. Pjanic with the Juve free kick. Black backpedaled. Jimenez got a shout. It's kept in by Ronaldo. Up against Arias. Taking on the Colombian. This cross headed clear by Koke.
Should have done a little bit better there, Ronaldo. Just shifted it to his right-hand side, looking for a ball in the 18-yard box. Under hit the cross.
And Cancelo was looking for the run of Bernardeschi. Hit it straight at Lamar instead.
Atletico Madrid just got no time to breathe. Need a spell in possession, which is difficult in this atmosphere. Emre Can trying to set the tone by closing down. That's good work though from the away side, keeping hold of the ball. Right hand side is on.
Arias up against Spinazzola. Rodrigo in support. Koke. Lifted forward by Rodrigo. Saul
reluctant to throw it inside the 18-yard box. Only Griezmann and Morata in there.
Left ahead of Mandzukic, but only back to Rodrigo. Lamar.
Good run from Juanfran on the left-hand side.
The ultimate test of nerve, character and discipline. On the biggest stage, here goes Lamar for Atletico. Stopped by Cancelo.
He's the one they need on the ball. Atletico Madrid. Saul, Rodrigo, Koke, very workmanlike, good plays in their own right. But Thomas Lamar's the one with all the tricks. Can carry the ball. Got to try and find him.
Juanfran. Rodrigo finds Arias. Sliced in the air by Emre Can. And then headed in the air by Chiellini.
It looked like a tired clearance from Emre Can. I mean, they've put so much work into the opening 40 minutes of this game Juve.
Arias. Good possession from Atletico. Juanfran, still it doesn't go into the penalty area. Rodrigo.
They won't throw it in there because Bonucci and Chiellini are marking Alvaro Morata. Can't find Griezmann's feet yet.
Run back by Cancelo. City are 2 up on the night. Aguero's got his second. 5-2 aggregate lead. That one looks done and dusted at the Etihad. This far from it in the Juventus Stadium in Turin.
Switcher plays on yet again. Bernardeschi and Cancelo on the right hand side, and Ronaldo.
That's a good challenge from Arias. That's that wonderful challenge again, setting the tone as far as Juve are concerned. The Ronaldo goal is 122nd in the Champions League, getting Juve back in the tie. Can. Lovely turn from Bernardeschi. He's found Mandzukic. He couldn't quite get it out to Spinazzola.
It's one of the better games I've seen Bernardeschi have. I think he's been absolutely terrific in the first 45 minutes. He's had some lovely, neat touches of the ball. Very, very sharp.
Spinazzola. In towards Ronaldo.
Half a chance that for Ronaldo, not easy. Very good ball from Spinazzola on that left-hand side, just drives it towards the far post. He gets the jump on Juanfran and Godin very early. He'll feel as though that's a chance. Bernardeschi's skill on the edge of the box.
Reminder of the Europa League action on Thursday. Chelsea comfortably 3-0 up. They're in Kiev, they're first up. 5:30 on 3HD. Far from straightforward for Arsenal, though. Remember, Alexander Lacazette can play now. 3-1 down against Rennes at the Emirates. 7:30 on 2HD and 4K UHD. Arias in the way ahead of Ronaldo. Cleared by the Colombian. This first half has absolutely flown by. Sané is added to City's goals at the Etihad. They're going to be in the quarter-final draw. But which one of these two European giants will join them? Cancelo. Bernardeschi's effort. Deflected Juve corner.
Pulling strings, Bernardeschi. He's floating all over the pitch. Big moments in this game. Atletico Madrid have got to try and manage this. Got to go in at half-time with a 1-0 deficit. Can't afford to concede another.
All the warriors in there. Pjanic with the corner. Killing his header! Blood coming down the side of his face. Brave as a lion, got there first.
Tell you what, Steve, when he headed that, I thought that was arriving in the top corner. So much jostling of oppositions inside the 18-yard box, and a very...
Remember, you can watch live now, or you can catch up on the BT Sport app and at btsport.com. Spinazzola taking on Arias. What a Champions League debut he's having. Pjanic. Early from Chan. Good tempo. Bay from 2 down in the first leg have levelled it up at 2-2. 4 minutes into the second half.
Wow. Whenever people question what Ronaldo's got on his locker, he's got bottle. He's a big game player. People were talking about his lack of goals in the Champions League. Well, he's put them right. He's got a brace tonight. This man's got so much character. Look how many bodies have got in the box. There's 4 black and white shirts in there. It looked like in real time that was an unbelievable save from Jan Oblak. But it obviously went over the line. A brilliant save and an excellent header from Ronaldo.
This is the... What drama.
That would never ever be given, I wouldn't imagine, years ago.
Well, Ronaldo was appealing straight away. They are high margins in Europe's Premier competition. Bouillon Kuipers indicating the watch beeps straight away. Juve lead 2-0 on the night. It is 2-2 on all square overall.
It's incredible, isn't it? Juve come into this game in a world of trouble. Now on 49 minutes, the away side are bang in trouble. What have they got left? We know they've got spirit, we know they've got character. They're going to need to show it.
123 Champions League goals. And yet again, Atletico Madrid have seen Ronaldo get past them. Here's Spinazzola. Oh, he's aiming there for Bernardeschi. Here's Lamar. Cut out by Chan. Ferocious challenge again.
Anyone watching this at home must be on the edge of their seat, because it's just a brilliant game of football.
The tension in the stadium. And now, a test of real mentality for Atletico Madrid.
Absolutely. Well, we know that they've got that in abundance. Atletico Madrid, now they're being tested because they can't get any time on the ball. The tempo that Juve have set from minute one has been absolutely relentless.
Cut out by Spinazzola. Ronaldo can't reach that. Griezmann. A rare foray forward for Atletico, and it's come to an end.
Sloppy that from Griezmann. He has to do better. He hasn't had too many touches of the ball tonight, but when he does get it, especially now, Atletico Madrid are under massive pressure. He has to keep hold of that ball.
Atletico have won their last 19 ties in Europe when they've been ahead in the first leg. They've been pegged back in this one. Cancelo.
See where Chiellini is, 15 yards inside of the away side's half.
Well, Atletico supporters will be casting their mind back to the semi-final of the Champions League in 2017, when this man Ronaldo in a Real Madrid shirt got a hat-trick against them. There's every possibility of that again now. Nobody got a touch to that cross.
You just get the feeling when you're watching this game unfold, and it looked like it was going to happen from minute one, but every time Juve get the ball wide and get crossed in the box, they are so dangerous. And Simeone has to try and find a game plan that's going to stop these crosses coming in the box, and what a header that was from Cristiano Ronaldo. The emotion in the players from Pjanic, Remember Chan, Blaise Matuidi.
Suddenly 3 and 7 doesn't look so bad. It's such high standards. 10 or more goals he's got in each of the last 8 Champions League seasons. A lot was made of just a solitary one against Manchester United before tonight. But once again, on the big stage, the big man has stepped forward.
I think it's almost forget the debate of Ronaldo and Messi. We're watching and we're witnessing two greats, didn't we? And sitting on a brace now, you wouldn't put it right past Ronaldo to get the hat-trick and win the game.
He left Koke for dead there. He's gone for the return, just ran away from him. Pjanic. Cancelo's cross. Mandzukic with the flick, almost came to Matuidi.
Atletico are hanging on big time.
Spinazzola. The biggest compliment you can play him is they haven't missed Alexandro. Chan. In from Cancelo. Free header, Bernardeschi. But still in play with Spinazzola.
Got to stop the crosses.
Cleared by Rodrigo for Atletico. And now Morata on the chase at the other end. Bonucci deals with that.
It might even be a case for Antoine Griezmann just to play a lot deeper. Atletico Madrid are getting exposed.
They've had 2 large injections of belief, Juve, and they are bubbling now. Spinazzola. Koke had a look up, there wasn't an option for him.
If they don't find a way of stopping the crosses, Juve are going to score again. It seems inevitable. There's so much space, and it is a feature of Atletico Madrid sides. The midfield 4 plays extremely narrow, which is at times hard to break down, like their back 4, but they ain't getting no protection. Spinazzola's got loads of room. If they want to switch the play, Cancelo's in as well.
Wasn't quite what Matuidi intended, but it still asked Atletico a question. Fouled by Ronaldo on Lamar.
Yeah, he was trying to find Cancelo. That's what Blaise Matuidi was attempting. Even the manager's got it in the locker. How about that for a touch?
Wasn't as good as that one. It's almost dangerous to question him.
Look at that.
With his mentality.
Look at that picture there, look. Juve 2, Atletico Madrid 0, Ronaldo 2. It doesn't surprise you anymore. It doesn't shock you. The man is too good.
Reminder as well, he's got 19 league goals in 26 games in his first season in Italy. But this is the competition that is so important to them to progress in. Lamar is being removed, and Angel Correa, the Argentinian, is coming on. And this isn't a huge surprise, this substitution from Diego Simeone.
No, absolutely not. That hasn't been Thomas Lamar's finest game, and no fault of his. He's just been asked to do so much defensive work. It's not really his game. He'll do it. He's got a good attitude, but you get Thomas Lamar on the ball, and he's a brilliant technician, can open up any defences, but he's hardly seen it. And that's credit to Juve.
Chiellini. Juventus free kick. Jimenez furious.
It's a silly foul, really, from Jimenez to give away. You can't win that ball. There is a tap on Ronaldo's left ankle. This wall has to be brave. Got to stand firm. And Oblak has got to get his angles right, because Ronaldo is taking this on.
And he very kindly allowed Bernardeschi an opportunity in the first half. This is his. At the wall. Oh, Matuidi didn't make that. It's the substitute Correa.
And the referee blew for handball.
Cancelo didn't know that.
No, he didn't.
Temperatures are rising out there, and amongst the supporters as well.
Yeah, if the referee doesn't blow for handball there, all of a sudden it was 5v2 in the away side's favour. Look how many blue shirts are getting forward.
I think we can safely say Manchester City are in Friday's draw. Raheem Sterling, after his hat-trick in the Premier League at the weekend, has got City's 4th on the night, his 7th overall. So that's 3 out of 4 as far as the Premier League teams are concerned.
Fancied there's always going to be goals from Man City. Fortuna Düsseldorf smashed Schalke 4-0 at the weekend.
I wonder if Liverpool can make it 4 out of 4 in terms of the Premier League teams in the last 8. They're at Bayern tomorrow, remember, 0-0 from the first leg, 7 o'clock start, 2 HD, 4K UHD. And Barcelona are only 0-0 as well. They're at home to Lyon. You can watch that one on BT Sport 3 HD from 7:30. As it stands here, we've got another half an hour, but as it stands, we would have 30 minutes of extra time. This is the only scoreline that would extend the proceedings, and actually, watching as a neutral tonight, you'd love that.
Oh, bring it on. Keep this game going all night. This is a real game.
Diego Simeone saying yesterday he couldn't stress more. We have to be very, very careful. He's been proved right. Over 7 years since Atlético lost to an Italian club. 2-0 down here in Turin. France throw. Chan with the challenge.
I wonder if it might be a case of Simeone trying to get on the front foot as much as possible. That's why he probably brought Correa on. I think at this point in the game it's pointless them just sitting off. Juve have completely dominated this game.
Here's Correa. Went alone.
A little bit ambitious. See Chiellini just drops off. He's almost inviting Correa to take that shot on. Highly unlikely he's going to beat Szczesny from there.
That's trying to search out Ronaldo. It's a very good ball as well. And that is a rare occurrence.
He knows that was a big chance. A man of his quality. Great ball from Bonucci into the path of Ronaldo. Just couldn't take it any stride.
Ronaldo Jr. watching father on a hat-trick at the moment as well. That man, Morata, formerly of Juve, with the one opportunity of the evening for Atletico in the final minute of that first half.
He'll want one more chance.
Matuidi. He just had to check there because Mandzukic was offside.
Done the right thing, didn't he? Just apologises to Mandzukic. Maybe, just maybe, could have played it first time, but once he never played that forward pass, Blaise Matuidi had to check and keep hold of the ball. See Cancelo high right, Spinazzola on the left-hand side. There's so much width.
With the foul on Chiellini. It's his 500th appearance for Juventus tonight, Giorgio Chiellini. And he's hit those incredibly high standards yet again. 70th appearance in the Champions League. There's that left-footed ball forward again. Koke's header. Chan.
I think he's had a good game tonight. Emre Can. He's picked up a lot of loose balls in midfield for Juve.
Didn't have enough pace on it for Pjanic. Morata with the interception.
Yeah, loose ball that from Matuidi. Should have fired that into Pjanic.
Character needed now from the team second in Spain. And they're waiting for the free kick. It finally arrived.
No, it gets to this point in the game, just over an hour, where I think Simeone has to try and be positive. I know his team are getting battered in possession, and it looks one-way traffic. If they sit off this Juve side for another half an hour, you'd fancy Juve create more chances. It's a dangerous game to play.
There's a yellow card in there for Bernardeschi as well. Would you believe? It is the first of the night. And given some of the challenges early on, that's difficult to believe. Juve appeals for handball, waved away. Both teams are going to appeal for everything and everything now.
Well, Ronaldo's going absolutely ballistic at Blaise Matuidi. Matuidi tried to fire a ball to the right-hand side in the air for Ronaldo. Got to try and be braver than that and find his feet. I hope Emre Can's going to be okay there. Just twists that right knee.
Up on his feet, limping a little.
Well, I think in this atmosphere, adrenaline will kick in.
There's been no shortage of that this evening. Cancelo. Max Allegri asked his Juve players to rise to the challenge. They certainly did that. Paulo Dybala is going to enter the stage imminently as well. What a sight that must be for Atletico to see him coming on. Chiellini forward. Ronaldo almost trying to get on the end of it.
Very good run. Just run off the back of Jimenez. Ball just slightly overhit. More weapons coming on the pitch now for Max Allegri and Paulo Dybala.
Cancelo's done really well to keep that in, and even better to go around Koke. Now he's attacking Juan Fran, headed away by Jimenez. Brilliant from the Portugal international. Back in from Pjanic. Wave after wave of Juve attacks.
I wonder, it might be Bernardeschi that comes off on a yellow card.
Yeah.
Spinazzola.
That's an attacking change. He hasn't played a lot of football. I mentioned it was his Champions League debut. Only his 5th ever appearance for Juve. Suffice to say, Don, up and down that left-hand side, he's covered some ground.
He's been brilliant. And I know Ronaldo's sitting on a couple of goals, but arguably, I think Spinazzola's been their best player. Question now who goes at left back. It's looking like Bernardeschi at the moment.
Correa into Morata, away by Bonucci. Back from Juan Fran. Bonucci's had a Morata look towards the Dutch official, who just trotted forward again.
It's a very attacking substitution that from Max Allegri, because now Bernardeschi's out of position. Blaise Matuidi just dropping back in at left back.
Koke. Griezmann on the run, cut out by Bonucci. Well, as a neutral ahead of this second leg, if you wanted a pen a script, it's in exactly the position you wanted it. On a knife edge. This competition means so much to both teams. Only one can progress, and Atlético have seen that 2-0 aggregate lead wiped out. Juan Fran, Griezmann let it go, Chiellini away.
Oh, off the ball there, Chiellini and Morata. Oh, he's down again, that's embarrassing from the centre-half.
Well, Bjorn Kuipers has seen it.
There might have been something in the first one, but the second one was embarrassing from the Juve skipper.
And Bonucci is having to calm down his former teammate here. But he quite literally has needed eyes in the back of his head, this Dutch referee, right from the off.
That's embarrassing. Dear me. He's better than that, Chiellini. That was the first one, where's the push in the back. Still no need to hit the floor, and then the second one's ridiculous. Don't mind that from Bonucci. Just calming everyone down. Just lost a little bit of their rhythm, Juventus, because they're not sure, and I don't think the players are on the pitch who's actually playing left back for them. See, Bernardeschi's gone wide left, Blaise Matuidi's a little bit deeper.
Cancelo's pass didn't reach the intended target. What a 20 minutes ahead here. And that's broken to Ronaldo. Very important challenge from Rodrigo.
Just keep an eye on Juve's shape out of possession. And for a moment it looked like they were playing three centre-halves with Blaise Matuidi left to three, but I wouldn't imagine that's the scenario.
They don't see that scenario too often, with Ronaldo running at them. Schalke want the full-time whistle at the Etihad. Bernardo Silva's got in on the act. 5-0 Manchester City, 8-2 to City on aggregate.
He's had a a bad season, hasn't he? Young Tedesco, Schalke coach. It's getting worse for him.
No such margins here. Nothing between these two on aggregate. Another Juventus free kick.
Koke might be a lucky man just kicking the ball away.
I have to say, Bjorn Kuipers, the Dutch official, looks the calmest man in the stadium. Max Allegri isn't. Diego Simeone isn't.
He's trying to sort out Max Allegri, the left back slot for Juve. Not all the players are confused. Cancelo's now on this side.
Chans it right back.
Yeah.
Mandzukic the target. Well, this is absolutely fascinating.
He obviously felt Max Allegri, that Spinazzola couldn't last the 90 minutes. It's a position that Cancelo's played many a time at left back.
Mandzukic. Dybala into Ronaldo.
Oh!
Caught by Juanfran. Yellow card for the 34-year-old fullback.
Cynical. Juanfran knew exactly what he was doing. He went all in on the tackle against Ronaldo. Late, he's high. Easy call, that's the referee.
Black organising his two-man wall, and now those defenders in front of him. Pjanic behind it. Juventus Stadium holds its breath. Almost broke at the back post to Mandzukic. He looks at the referee more than hope, I think, than anything else.
A little bit of desperation. It was just a battle at the far post with Mandzukic and Godin. I don't think there's too much in that, no. I think it's worth an appeal if you're Mandzukic, but nothing doing.
Came off his thigh in the end.
Good ball in though from Pjanic. Great delivery.
Morata caught by Pjanic. Atlético free kick. We're reaching the stage, Don, where nobody wants to make that mistake that could be so costly.
And I think if you're a Juve player now, I think you have to keep your foot down. You've got to go for the next goal. I don't think you can afford just to sit off. Momentum is certainly in their favour.
What can Atlético conjure up here? Koke's delivery. Miscued by Pjanic, who got there second time. Koke all the way back to Oblak.
The trouble is they haven't got an out ball.
Remember, Diego Costa and Partey suspended for Atlético tonight. Felipe Luis injured, but Juve have got missing players as well. Barzagli, De Sciglio, Douglas Costa, and of course Alexandro through suspension. But they have Cristiano Ronaldo, and it's the Champions League record goal scorer's 2 goals that has got this tie back on level terms.
Yeah, Diego Costa's a huge miss. Played really well in the first leg. I think he's one of those centre forwards you don't mind when he's not scoring goals, what he does for his team.
Ronaldo. Matuidi. In from Cancelo, away by Jimenez. Only as far as Pjanic. He's picked out Dybala. Juan Fran in the way. Griezmann in the left-back position. Juve throw.
That's how bad it's getting for Atlético Madrid. Antoine Griezmann miles away from the top end of the pitch, having to defend.
Bernardeschi looking for that free kick. Morata's going to get that one. And the makeshift right-back Emre Can.
Should be a card.
Atlético making the change. Godin is saying that should be a card because of an accumulation. So Arias, who was in for Felipe Luis tonight, departs. And Vitolo, the 29-year-old, who's played in 3 of the Champions League games this season, is on as Godin still remonstrates with Bjorn Kuipers, the Dutch official. Godin eventually takes the free kick. Pjanic.
That's the problem when you have got free kicks and goal kicks. There's no reference point really.
Ronaldo's on the charge here. Juve appealed for the back pass.
No, it wasn't intentional. Just saying like that, there's no reference point when Atlético Madrid want to go forward. It's very unlikely that Morata and Griezmann are going to win many headers and retain possession up against Chiellini and Bonucci.
Juan Fran, who was having an uncomfortable evening on the left, is now back on his more recognisable right, and Saúl is playing at left back, which was an option that was muted yesterday in the Spanish press. Diego Simeone decided against starting that way, and that's the way he's gone now. Moise Kean, and the exciting teenager, is primed for the next Juve change. Vitolo. Saúl's cross, the long legs of Bonucci were important. Can will prevent the corner. (6-0) City. Phil Foden has got the latest Manchester City goal in a one-sided aggregate contest in the end. Nothing one-sided about this whatsoever. Atlético free kick. Unless there's a goal in the next 12 minutes plus stoppage time, we will have another 30 minutes of this titanic contest. Griezmann's free kick. Good at Szczesny with the positive and very relaxed take.
Very good hands from the goalkeeper. Just as you think that free kick's going to come in the box from Griezmann, you expect a bit of drama, no stress whatsoever.
Szczesny's put it out of play, so the change can be made. Mario Mandzukic, the 32-year-old former Atlético striker, is the one that's sacrificed for this exciting 19-year-old Moise Kean, who got 2 goals on Friday night in their 4-1 win against Udinese. It's his 3rd experience of the Champions League.
Good young player. Can be raw at times. I think Mandzukic has been very unselfish tonight. One player that Pep Guardiola said if he ever wanted to go to war, he'd be one of the first names on the team sheets, Mario Mandzukic. And now this will be a test for Jimenez and Godin. Moise Kean's pace up front.
Pjanic. Dybala. Floated in towards Ronaldo. Jimenez got his head to it. Bernardeschi.
Wrong option that from Bernardeschi. I think Pjanic is just saying, lay it back. Play the way you're facing.
Nine minutes to go. They're trying to encourage their team, who've been very much on the back foot tonight so far. Dybala. Keane's first involvement. Again, the Dutch official says play on. Carrera. Cut out by Chiellini on his 500th appearance. Trying to find Keane.
Chance.
Backpedaling on Black. It's Keane! What an aim he could have potentially made for himself there.
Big chance for the youngster, that. Excellent work from Chiellini, just stepping in the middle and just dragged his shot. It's not far away. Probably, in hindsight, try and hit that with a little bit of cut spin if you can.
Only his second ever appearance in the Champions League. What a chance for the 19-year-old. And we're at the stage where one big chance taken can make all the difference between Champions League progression and Champions League heartache. Pjanic. Left Dybala short there. Matuidi tries to tidy things up.
Just keep getting Dybala the ball, because the last 10 minutes he's been pulling strings for Juve.
He's fresh, isn't he, Don?
Yeah. And look how many players Juve have got ahead of the ball. So many. They pick the right pass. I feel as though there's more chances for them.
Well read by Godin. Morata, who's had the one and only chance thus far of the evening for Atlético.
That's the work that he does off the ball. Lays Matuidi. Covers so much distance every single game. I wonder if it gets to the point now, 83 minutes on the clock, both managers now would take extra time.
But you rightly say, the way the game's gone, the way Juve have played.
It's an excellent call. There's that push in the back, knocks him off balance.
The VAR are just checking this foul before Ronaldo gets the opportunity to step up. Incredible drama. All the tactics coming out here from Atlético. There's a yellow card for Jimenez. Because he and his teammates know how big a moment this is. The VAR checks over. The penalty is awarded. Cristiano Ronaldo, in the Champions League semi-final in 2017, scored a hat-trick against Atlético Madrid. He has the opportunity from the penalty spot to do the same again and put Juve. Another special ice-cold moment that could take Juve against all odds into the quarter-finals of the Champions League.
Truly remarkable. Juve 2-0 down before the game started. You try and paint a picture, who's going to be the man to get them out of trouble. And there's only ever one man, it's Ronaldo. How can you write this script when you're 2-0 down and you look at your number 7, one of the best players of world football, and he bangs in a hat-trick? Absolutely remarkable. Ice cool, isn't he? Sent Oblak the wrong way, just whipped it towards that bottom left-hand corner, and his numbers are absolutely frightening, Ronaldo. One of the best we've ever seen.
Nights like these were why Juve brought him. And Ronaldo Jr. as pleased as anyone inside this stadium.
It actually makes you feel emotional when you're watching his young boy watch on and his dad's bagged the hat-trick.
His partner in tears.
I don't think we're far away.
This incredible season of Champions League comebacks is poised to continue in the Juventus stadium. Don, you talk about numbers. That is Ronaldo's 8th Champions League hat-trick. He's gone level with the record holder, Lionel Messi.
And when they really matter as well, in the very biggest of games, Ronaldo steps up.
Well, that's potentially his 8th goal to win a game in a Juventus shirt, and none bigger than this. And Atlético Madrid are watching the scenario of this slipping away. He hasn't sat down from the first whistle.
Yeah, now we'll go defensive, and why not Max Allegri?
Meanwhile, at Manchester, it is 7-0 for the relentless Manchester City through Jesus. The decibel level in the Juventus stadium is at incredible levels.
I had a feeling before the game we'd see something special, and we have.
Remember the last time that Juventus have had 2-0 deficits to overturn. 5 times they've tried in the second leg, and 5 times they've failed. They are a couple of minutes away from succeeding in remarkable, extraordinary fashion here.
Maybe Pjanic might be sacrificed for Bentancur.
As Keane kept that in, he hasn't. Well, Atletico, who threatened once and only once all night, have 1 minute of the 90 plus stoppage time to try and rescue this. It would be a big goal, remember. It would be an away goal that would be enough. Keane back from Juanfran. The next important number is going to be that of stoppage time.
Absolutely.
From the Dutch 4th official. Sliced by Chiellini. Correa, who's as desperate as anyone, the man who gave away the penalty to get back into it. He's given away a free kick there. An 8th Champions League hat-trick. 124 Champions League goals when they matter the most. And he's now got Cristiano Ronaldo. 25 goals in 33 games against Atletico Madrid. They are sick of the sight of him. Now, 5 minutes of stoppage time.
That's a bad number for Juve, because that's a long 5 minutes. But how about the timings? You score inside half an hour, 3 minutes into the second half, then 5 minutes before the end. The away side have been absolutely battered tonight, and they are shell-shocked, but they've got to find a way, and they'll commit everyone forward, I would imagine. They have to.
Given away by Saul. Just remember, to put it into perspective, Atletico Madrid arrived in Turin tonight on the back of 5 consecutive clean sheets. There's another foul on Ronaldo. He really has stepped forward. He's been an inspiration tonight.
Well, he might as well just wear the armband. That's how good he's been tonight, Ronaldo. It hasn't been a one-man performance. Every single player wearing black and white have played well. Atletico Madrid guilty of just losing their heads. We've seen this once or twice before. I would imagine Juve will take this ball towards the corner flag and run that clock down.
Short it goes. And Chan cleverly wins the corner.
We'll take that. Clever play that from Emre Can. Thought he might have kept it in the corner flag. They will do that now. And they'll try and play for corners, throw-ins, even try and buy a foul.
Atletico throw. Agonising final few minutes now for all involved with Juventus Football Club.
Well, the hierarchy look on, and they're 3 minutes away from getting into the last 8 of the Champions League.
9 times finalists in this competition. That was a nervous touch by Cancelo, but he's got away with it. Diego Simeone is shell-shocked as anyone. Never lost as Atletico Madrid manager to an Italian team. His team have been blown away this evening. Keane will chase this. It's desperation stakes now for Atletico Madrid.
Just got to pump the ball forward. Just try and hope for a lucky break.
Godin's the emergency centre forward, thumped away by Chiellini. The clock for those supporters in black and white won't tick quickly enough. Calmly headed back by Can.
Brilliant from Emre Can. Chiellini's gone down again. It's just a barge in the back. Just get up. Ridiculous what he's suggesting, Chiellini. He's suggesting that he got kicked in the back, and he didn't. He just got barged in the back, a little push. Just play on. See Correa and even Chiellini might have stepped across Correa. And that's ludicrous defending from the skipper.
Szczesny in no hurry to restart proceedings. Full-time whistle goes, you will hear the roar all across the city. Hopeful punt forward. Cleared by Bonucci. Not only cleared, but to the feet of Dybala.
Excellent. Great work. Corner flag.
A little excited there, Dybala.